All right. So, hello, Moviesy Movers. Welcome to Moviesy Yoga with Kathy. Today is October 5th, 2024, or whenever you're watching this video. So, for props today, we don't really need a whole lot. Your chair will work for prop or a wall. We're going to do standing on one leg. The focus today is going to be on back, hips, and balance, as well as what we normally do. And we're going to start in our normal manner with legs on a chair. So go ahead and get into position for that. You can have legs up a wall. You can have legs on a chair. What we're doing here is we're putting our lower back in traction. If you are on your feet a lot, and I was yesterday, my lower back began to hurt because I wasn't wearing my arch supports. And so this puts your lower back in traction. And if you ever have lower back pain, this is a great position to get into. So we're going to be here for 7 minutes. Let me quickly review here. You want to have your support, whether it's a chair, a box, a couch, high enough so your lower legs are parallel to the floor. In my case, my legs are really short. Fortunately, this chair fits. Um, You need to be a few inches away from the base of your support so your back is in its normal slight curve. Shoulders relaxed, arms in whatever position works best for you. And just breathe normally, relax, let yourself just be. We're going to be here for 7 minutes. Okay, time is up. Stay where you are. Now, if you choose, you can press or roll your tongue at the roof of your mouth. That'll tighten your chin. We're going to slowly roll our head from right to left 6 times. Also, if you choose, you can do it with breath. Now, the way I do it is I exhale when I'm at the side and inhale as I'm moving my head, and then exhale towards the other side. So you can do it any way you like. Just suggestions. Move slowly. This is a cervical rotation. Now finish up. The next thing we're doing is vagus nerve reset. We're all familiar with this. We're going to do a combination. So part of the combination, and you don't have to do both. It's up to you, whatever works for you. But the way you do it with your optic nerve is your head is straight forward, facing up to the ceiling, and only your eyes are going to move. Excuse me. So you start by moving just your eyes to the right and wait for some kind of reaction, a sigh, swallow, gulp, yawn, or a feeling of release. And if you want at the same time, this is the new addition, you can press on your thumbnail. If you're going to the right, if you're looking to the right, you would be pressing your right thumbnail. You just take it between your other two fingers on your other hand and just press the thumbnail. This is another way to activate your vagus nerve. It doesn't work that well for me, but I've heard that it does for other people. So you can do the head thing, the eye thing, you can do the thumb thing, you can do both. I'm going to cue the eye thing. So again, we're going to start with just our eyes to the right, waiting for a sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. I've been doing this for a while, so it does come right away. And then eyes back to center, and then just your eyes to the left. Wait for the same reaction. If you're doing the thumb thing, now is time to press the thumbnail on your left hand with your right thumb and forefinger. So eyes to the left and wait for that reaction. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. For me, the left side is harder, but it's coming easier since I've done it for a while. So once you've done that, go ahead and do it again twice more on each side without my cueing, whichever way works for you. Okay, finish up. Forgot to grab my balls. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now you can leave whatever you have under your head, or you can switch it out for a set of therapy balls or a sponge ball or whatever you choose. So if you do have something hard like the therapy balls, make sure that you're putting them at your occipital ridge. Now we're going to take that occipital ridge, and we're going to press it down towards the floor. We're trying to reverse text neck here, looking down at our devices all the time. Pushes our neck in the wrong direction. So we're going to push it back. So what we're going to do is we're going to press and hold about 6 times. We're pressing our occipital ridge, that bony part between the ears, down towards the floor. The chin follows. So press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. Now we're still working our vagus nerve. This may cause the same reaction you had when we were doing vagus nerve reset. So press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. And one last time. Press, hold, and release. Okay. Good job. That always makes my eyes water. I'm not sure why that happens. It's just one of my reactions. Okay. So for our breathing exercise today, we're going to do 5-7-3 breathing. This is another way to relax our bodies and get it ready for movement. So 5-7-3 breathing is you inhale for 5, you exhale for 7, and then you hold your air out for 3. So we're going to do this 3 times in a row. Okay? So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3. Now inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3. Relax. Come back to your normal breathing. These types of controlled breathing exercises are meant to relax our nervous system. Sometimes, if it's new or you're not used to doing them, it almost feels more stressful. However, once you've done them for a while, it actually is very relaxing. I do them at night when I can't sleep. So the next thing we're doing is vacuum. You can leave your legs on your chair if you choose, or you can move away from your chair or couch, or move your chair away from you. Now, whatever shape you take for this is up to you. I find that center pose, knees bent, feet flat work for me. Some people like their legs extended. You can even have them, extended and apart. it's whatever works for you best. We're going to be working on our pelvic floor. What we're going to be doing is tightening the pelvic floor and then releasing it. And this helps with incontinence and also just general health. Now, the other things we do in yoga also help the pelvic floor, but this is specific for that area. So what we're going to do is take a normal inhale, then exhale everything out of our lungs, empty our lungs, hold our air out. At the same time, we're going to flatten our back to the floor, which tilts our pelvis. And that creates a vacuum in the pelvis area with our air out. And it tightens it up here. We're going to hold that for the count of 10 and then release. And we'll do that 3 times. So here we go. Normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Create your vacuum. Flatten your back. Belly button down towards the floor. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Okay, give yourself a minute to get your breath back. Now, if you're in this position, center pose, if you choose, you can put your knees together. Some people find that much more relaxing and easier to tilt the pelvis. Again, it's up to you. It's whatever works for you. So one more time, second time. Normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Create your vacuum. Tilt your pelvis. Belly button down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Okay. Excuse me. When I lie down at me, it seems to be worse. So now that we've gotten our breath back again, third and last time, make it a good one. Normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Okay, good job. All right, since we're down here, and if your legs are still on your chair, you might want to get off your chair and come down to center pose. We're going to do figure 4 windshield wipers. So basically and I'm going to start on my right. When you do a figure 4, you want to pull your knee back as far as possible before you place your foot on your opposite knee. Don't ever just twist it up like that. That's bad for the knee. We don't want to mess with our knees. So pull it back and then over. Now, windshield wipers. We're just going to go back and forth. We don't need to go very far. I'm only going maybe a third of the way, either way. We're going to move slowly. We're doing this for 40 seconds. If I can find the right timer. There it is. So basically, we're just going back and forth. Now, you may feel this in your hip. You may even feel it in the other leg. But I'm moving my weight from one hip to the other, basically. Very simple movement, very effective movement. And there we are. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that leg down and we'll do the other one. So remember, pull your knee back before you place it on your foot on your opposite knee. And then 40 seconds. Here we go. And again, I'm only going from hip to hip, really. This is just a different version of windshield wipers. But that movement in itself is really good for the hips. And this is just a different way to do it. Something you can do while you watch TV. I like this stuff you can do while you watch TV. Okay, there we go. 40 seconds. Good job. What have I got next? Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that leg down. Now, this next movement, you will want something under your head. I just prefer not. We're going to put your right knee in your right hand and your left knee in your left hand. Your knees are apart as far as is comfortable. And this is called happy child rocking. So now we're going back and forth slowly, just as far as you want to go. If you want to go shoulder to shoulder, you can. If you're not comfortable with that, just go within your range of motion. And again, we're doing this 40 seconds. Just back and forth. Now, in this position, you're going to feel a massage on your back and your lower back. We do this at the end. Always feels good, no matter when we're doing it. Happy child rocking. This is not happy baby rocking. That would be holding your feet. Not everybody can do that. This is something that is just as good, but a lot easier. Make sure your knees are as apart as is comfortable. Okay. Good job, guys. Now for this next one, we're going to have our same position as before, but we're going to be moving our knees this time. So let me angle a little bit so you can see. I call these knee circles. And what we're doing, and I'm just going to demonstrate with one, we're moving the knee, the leg in the hip, the ball and socket joint. So this is how our hips are. There's a socket and a ball, and it moves around. So we're going to be moving our legs around in that joint right there. So again, right knee in right hand, left knee in left hand, and we draw circles with our knees. Again, moving slowly. And after a while, you want to switch direction on your circles. What we're doing is we're lubricating our hips here. We're oiling them up, moving them around. This is the way they're supposed to move in that joint. So we're sending synovial fluid, is what it's called, that keeps your joints lubricated. It's like oiling them, like the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz oil can. So there we go. Hopefully you change direction once or twice. Good job. All right. Let's go ahead and come on up to sitting. We're going to do some of our regular stretches that we do to warm up. So we're going to start with our regular side bend with the lat stretch. And hold on here. So slide your hand along the mat. The other arm comes up and over. Again, pretend that you're leaning against a wall in the back of your head, your elbow and your right hand that's on the floor are all leaning against that wall. And now that you've done that, lower your arm so your elbow's directly across from your face and reach with that arm. Feel a different stretch. Reach, reach, reach. Oh, yeah. There we go. Arm up, torso up. Good job. Other side. Arm along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. Now you probably won't be able to, but try to stretch your elbow to the ceiling if you can. I know I can't, and I'm pretty limber, but just try to. If you do, you'll feel it stretch in your arm. But right now I'm feeling it all the way from here to here. Okay, now that let's lower this arm till the elbow's directly across from your face and reach for that side wall. Reach, reach, reach. I love this stretch. All right, arm up, torso up. Okay. Now we're going to do the thoracic back stretch. So left hand on right knee, right hand is behind you. Rotate your shoulders to the short end of your mat. Keep your back straight. Keep your chin level. Now you've got options here, of course. You can move your head, cervical rotation, like we did on the floor. You can move your ribs back and forth. Whichever you do, not both at once. That's up to you. Or you can just relax into this stretch. Be aware of where you're feeling this. And come on forward. The other side. Right hand on left knee, left arm behind you. Rotate your shoulders, chin up, just level. And remember your options. This is for the upper back, from your bra strap up. We carry a lot of tension there. I know I do. A lot of tension there. And here we go. Good job. Come on forward. Oh, the third in this series, what I wanted to do was a shoulder rotation. So we're going to start in, this is a meditative pose where your hands are on the floor, but we're going to rotate our shoulder from the shoulder. Now, Via likes to put her hand up here so she feels the rotation. And I do too. And that way I know I'm moving my shoulder and not my wrist. But what we're going to do is, if you notice my palm is forward, I'm rotating the shoulder and the palm goes backward. And it's coming from the shoulder. So we're going to do that on both sides. So palm is forward. And then when you rotate your shoulder, your palm is back. And make sure the movement is from here. You may want to make a loose fist because it's easy to rotate your wrists when you're like this. So shoulders forward, shoulders back. And again, shoulders forward, shoulders back. Shoulders forward, shoulders back. We kind of do this in the sideline series, one arm at a time. Shoulders forward, shoulders back, forward and back. When you're forward, you're kind of a hunchback, but then you come back into a straight back. So forward and back. And one more, forward and back. All right. Good job. I like that movement because how often do we actually do this? Not that often for me. Okay. Now, before we stand up, we're going to do one more thing on the mat here. So if you've been sitting cross-legged, it's time to stretch out your legs. So I would put my legs a little bit wider than my hips. Now, if you have trouble sitting this way, go ahead and grab a pillow or a block or something to sit on. It might be easier for you. Also, you can always put something under your knees. A lot of people like that for knee support. And for a lot of people, it's easier on their knees if they have something under there, something soft, a folded towel. What we're going to do is we're going to, again, work on our hips. So we're going to start, well, I'm starting on my right. That out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean to my left. So I'm leaning on my arm and I'm going to bend this leg up here. So I've got one straight leg, one bent leg. This bent leg, we're just going to windshield wiper it. And not very much, mostly in and then up to outright. We're not pulling it out, but just loosening it up a little bit. Should feel a little loose from what we did before. So we're just going to warm it up just for about half a minute here. Again, moving slowly, gentle pressure with your hand. You may feel this in your groin area. If you do, be slow. Be gentle with yourself. Okay, now take that foot and place it wherever it's most comfortable on your other leg. It can be down here. It can be up here. It can be closer. It can be not. You can even put it on your knee area. Since we're not standing and we're not putting pressure on it, you can even put your foot on your knee, whichever is comfortable. And again, you might want to put something under your upper knee for support. Again, that's up to you. So this is a seated tree pose, obviously. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to reach for that extended leg with a straight back. Now, you may not go very far. You want to keep your back straight. You don't want to round your back. You may not go very far, but you're moving from your hip. It's a hip hinge. So palms facing each other. Go ahead and lean forward as far as you can with a straight back. You're coming directly from your hips. You're not going to hunch over. And come on back. And then forward again. Now I'm feeling this in actually I'm feeling it in my right hip, believe it or not. And then back. It doesn't matter how far you go. What matters is where you're feeling this. Straight forward and back. Keeping your back straight. If it helps, instead of having your arms in front, I find that putting my hands behind my waist helps keep my back straight when I'm doing this. That's up to you. Okay, the next move we're doing, as long as we're in this position, is to the other way. And in this case, we're going to put our hands on both sides of our knee, and we are going to round a little bit. So we're going to come down and then back up. So again, we're going to move slowly with this movement. And we're going to come down, bending our elbows as far as is comfortable, and then come back up. And then down And just again, be aware where you're feeling this. I'm feeling this in my lower back and my hip. And then come back up. When you feel that first pull, you come back up. So your hands are there to steady you. If they're not comfortable here, you can have them here. You can have them forward, wherever works for you. Just come down like you're going to touch your nose to your knee. You're not. I'm not. And then come back up. So it's a bit of a twist. And that's that. So now we're going to, now we're going to do the opposite side. So this leg that's bent, go ahead and straighten it out. You might want to roll it around a little bit because it's been bent for a few minutes. And bend the other leg. Now in this case, you're going to be leaning over on your hip with your hand as support. And we're going to windshield wiper this one just a little bit, just to loosen it up, although we've already pretty loosened it earlier. But we don't always want to go directly into a twisted hip movement without maybe a little bit of warm up, even if we've done something previously. Trust me. Okay. Once you feel you've done enough, go ahead and bring this foot over. And again, if you need support under your knee, go for it. You may find that you're putting your left leg in a different position than your right leg was. You may have a different position that's most comfortable for you. And that's the way we are. We're asymmetrical. So it's not going to be the same. So we're going to start again by reaching to our extended leg. The foot is up, the toes are towards the ceiling. And again, if you find that you're slouching when you do this, try putting your hands in your back pocket or pretend like they're in your back pocket when you lean over. It'll help keep your chest open. So we're just going to lean over with a flat back, hinging from the hip, reaching for the foot. As far as is comfortable for you, you feel that first pull, you come back. And then go forward again. Feel that first pull. I'm actually feeling this now on my right side in my hamstrings. I didn't feel that on the other side. And come back. Keeping your back straight. Hands behind your back. You can do it that way too. Forward. And then back. So we want to hinge from the hips. Forward. And then back. There we go. And I just got a cramp in my quad. Okay. All right. Now we're going to rotate to the bent knee. And we're going to just lean forward. Try to touch our nose to our knee. We're not going to do it, but we're bending our elbows. And the weight's, your hip's going to come up. And then come back. And then down again. Slowly. And come back. We'll do it 2 more times. And down again. And come back. And then 1 more. Down 1 more time. And come back. And how far you go down is up to you. All right. Let's straighten that leg out and kind of move it around a little. It was doing some good work for us. All right. So we're going to come up to standing now, and you'll want something to hang on to. We're going to be balancing on 1 foot. So in my case, I need to pull my floor out. So just bear with me for a minute here. I need a flat floor to be able to do this. Carpet just doesn't do it. Okay. So we're going to stand on 1 leg. Now you have options when you do this. You want to make sure that you have something to hang on to, a wall, a chair, a bookcase, something. And when you raise your leg, you can do many things with it. You've got lots of choices. You can have it out in front. You can rest it on your foot. You can do a baby tree. You can pull it behind you. I've been having it close to my other leg, leaning on my other leg like this lately, or you can just have it behind you. We're just going to be doing it for 30 seconds. So that's not that long. So have your chair handy and grab it if you need it. But 30 seconds really isn't that long. Okay, here we go. Leg up. Now I recommend that you look straight across the room at something that is not moving and focus on that. Okay, yeah, I hit 30 minutes. I don't think so. All right, come on down. Okay, I'm not going to make you stand like that for 30 minutes. Before we go to the other side, we're going to do a couple of different things. I think we did this in the last class. Knee up and forward, we're going to do gate open, gate closed. Now you don't want to move your torso, just your leg. So, did you notice I kind of turned around like that? You don't want to do that. Just move your leg. This is gate closed. This is gate open. So that is a 40-second movement. So hold on. Here we go. Gate open, gate closed, gate open, gate closed. Just your leg is moving. You don't have to keep up with me. You can do it as slow as works for you. I'm really feeling this in my hip flexor. This is very, very good for the hips. And there we go. That's 40 seconds. Okay. And the last thing we're doing before we switch sides is, again, you'll want to hold on to your chair for this. We're just going to extend our leg out to the side and bring it back. So our torso is upright. So you do want to hang on to whatever out to the side and bring it back. 40 seconds. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So out to the side, bring it back. Out to the side, bring it back. How far you extend it is up to you. It could only be this far, that's fine. I don't recommend going to your extreme length. Basically, we're just working the side of the hip here. Out and back. And out and back. And one more. Out and back. All right. Okay, other side. We're going to start with the standing on one foot. Again, you've got your options. So 30 seconds. Here we go. 30 seconds. All right. Focus on something across the room. Okay, come on down. Good job. Now we're going to do the gate open, gate closed. So here we go, and that's a 40-second. Hold on. There we are. Okay, so gate closed, gate open, gate closed, gate open. You don't have to keep up with me. You can move at your own pace. If you need to move slower, move slower. This can be pretty intense on the hips. Really good for the side. Okay, that was quick. Okay, now the last movement is leg out, extended, and back. Your torso is still upright. Leg out and back. Just bring it out as far as is comfortable for you. And back. Could only be this far. That's okay. This is like leg lifts, but we're standing. All righty. Good job. Okay, so we're coming back to the mat at this point. And we only have time to do one more thing. I had a whole list of stuff I was going to do, but we're only going to do one more thing before we go to Yoga Nidra. And this is a new one that I've learned. So we're going to be prone on the mat. You want to put your hands up in front and put your forehead on your hands. That's just so your nose doesn't squash. You can put something else there, but it feels good to have your arms up. And what we're going to do is we're going to be lifting one leg and holding it up there, and then bringing it down, and then lifting the other leg straight and bringing it down. This is core work. It's also hip work. So we're going to do 30 seconds each. So here we go. Right leg up. Flex your foot. Hold it up there as long as you can. Just holding it. Keep breathing. Okay, lower it down. All righty. Now the other leg. Hold on just a second. Gotta find the right timer. There it is. Okay, lift it up. Flex your foot. Lift it just as high as you can without pain. You may only come up a few inches, and that's fine. But just try to make sure you're not touching the floor. Have your foot flexed so your heel is the highest thing. Just a few more seconds. There we go. Lower your leg. Good job. Good job. That was a tough one. Okay, go ahead and get ready for Yoga Nidra. You might want to roll up in a blanket if you're cold. You might want to cover your eyes. Make sure that you are comfortable, either cool enough or warm enough, as the case may be. I'm going to go ahead and lead you through a 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. This works deeply on your nervous system to relax your subtle energies and balance your mental harmony. Allow your awareness to flow to the points that I mention without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, left wrist, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms above your head. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Rotate your wrists and your ankles, first one way, then the other. Stretch one side of your body, and then stretch the other side of your body. Oh, yeah. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Say, thank you, knee, for everything you do. Straighten that leg out. And take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you for your support, knee. Straighten that leg out. Now bring both knees in and slowly rock back and forth. We did this at the beginning of class. It always feels good to massage those back organs and your lower back. And when you feel you've had enough, go ahead and roll to one side. We're going to take our gratitude minute here. Take 1 minute. First of all, pat yourself on the back. You showed up for yourself today, and you did some good movements for your body. Your cells in your body will thank you for this. And then try to think of 3 things you're grateful for. It's always nice to start the day with a grateful attitude. I'm grateful for you guys. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be moving. And just relax and know that you did a good job. Okay. And if you choose, come on up to sitting. Going to remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself so we can namaste. Our hands in your hearts. I want to thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate you guys coming and helping me with this. So I hope you have a joyous and peaceful rest of your day. And let's end the class by saying to each other, namaste.
Namaste.
Okay.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Kat.
Have a nice weekend.
Yeah.